Well, we'll keep doing. Oh, hi, Luca.
Ooh, out the gate. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Eve. And
Thank
together
you.
we're Andrea and Eve.
Andrea and Neve. Coming at you from Florence.
Yes, we are both in Florence, but I am from Manchester.
And I'm from New York, but not New York City.
Where are you from, Andrea?
Thank you for asking. I'm from a small town called Brewster, New York.
And where is that? In the New York State?
It is in New York State, seeing as I am from New York. It is 1 hour north of New York City.
Ah, nice. And do you describe Brewster as paradise on earth?
Maybe not exactly paradise on earth, but it is quite idyllic. There are many mountains, not mountains, hills, rivers, lakes, reservoirs, many outdoor activities.
Ah, so nice.
And what's your hometown like, Neve? Would you describe your hometown as paradise on earth?
Manchester is an amazing city, but I don't think it is. It's not perhaps a synonym of paradise on earth. It's great for many things, but it's not so great for its aesthetic features.
Excellent.
Where are all of you guys from? Where are you from originally, and where are you right now?
Yeah, please tell us your names, where you're from.
Yes. I think Florence is the city that I've lived in, which is most similar to a paradise on earth.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Yeah. Before I lived in Belfast, which is beautiful, but perhaps the history is a bit complicated.
Interesting.
Hi, Mary. From Naples. Ooh.
Excellent. And Jada from Verona. Hello.
Beautiful.
Thank
Naples
you
is
for
my
joining.
favorite city in Italy for the people.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Yeah.
I still have so much of Italy to explore.
Oh, the Amalfi Coast, even better. Wow. That is paradise on earth.
Have you been there, Neve?
Yes, many times. I say many, like 2 times, but it's so beautiful. I love it. Have you?
Excellent. No, I haven't. Not yet, at least.
You have to.
Not yet.
It's so nice. You can't tell the Florentines that, but it's definitely more beautiful than Florence.
I had to make a choice last February, either go to Amalfi or go up to Lago di Como. And I decided to go north and go hiking.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah,
okay, fantastic. Shall we get started?
Yeah, why not? Right? Neve, please.
Okay, in this focus activity, talking about paradise destinations, looking at destination reviews, using colloquialisms to describe places. What is a colloquialism, Andrea?
A colloquialism is informal speech, right? Informal words, phrases that we use. For example, if you tell someone to buzz off, right? If you tell someone, buzz off, you're telling someone to go away. Stop.
Yes.
Go away. Stop. Buzz off. Leave me alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have lots of colloquialistic phrases. I don't know if that's a word. In the English language, and it can depend from where you are from, cities, towns, states.
Yeah, absolutely. New York, we have a handful, but for example, a schmear. I'd like a smear of cream cheese on my bagel. Right?
Oh,
Just a nice thick layer of cream cheese on my bagel.
in Ireland they say, "What's the crack?" And it's "How are you? Anything new?"
Ooh, what's the crack?
What's
I
the
like
crack?
that.
Federica from Milan. Oh, hello, Federica.
Excellent. So before we practice the pronunciation of colloquialism, do you all know any colloquialisms in Italian or in English as well? I suppose preferably in English and in Italian. Remember, there is a bit of delay from your when you post a comment to when we see it. So we aren't ignoring you. We are filling the void as we await your response. Yeah.
Okay, so pronunciation, colloquialisms.
One more
Andrea,
time. Colloquialisms.
together.
Colloquialisms. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Way to go. All right. Next slide. Excellent. Paradise. What springs to mind when you hear the phrase paradise on earth? Right? And we'll just bring them all up. We'll discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you've ever seen a paradise on earth? Describe it. Have you heard of any holiday destinations which are renowned for being idyllic?
Okay, so you can respond to these questions in the comments. Maybe the phrase springs to mind. Springs
Right.
to mind, something that you think of immediately.
Excellent definition, Neve. Well
And
done.
thank you. And the phrase and the verb and the word renowned. Renowned to be known for something. Like Manchester is renowned for football.
New York is renowned for hot dogs.
I think all of America is renowned for hot dogs.
Hot dogs and hamburgers, baby. They are fantastic.
Okay.
Forget about, Times Square and the Statue of Liberty. Hot dogs.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so Andrea, what springs to your mind when you hear the phrase paradise on earth?
For me, honestly, a bit quiet, a lot of nature. I'm partial to mountains and trees myself, bodies of water, lakes, rivers. I suppose it's the influence of where I grew up. And you?
I think the same. Paradise on earth, something with lots of colors, clean air, peace.
Yeah. For me, a constant gentle wind, right, rustling through the leaves of the trees.
It's very poetic.
Susurration, love it. Ooh, we have more. Donatella from Rome, hello.
And Luca has been to the Cayman Islands once. Oh, lovely. Why would you describe that as paradise on earth? And
I think many people. Sorry.
No, do you think you've ever seen a paradise on earth?
Oh goodness, I've been to a few mighty fine locations.
Oh, Andrea, look at Donatella. Andrea's family is from Calabria.
Ooh, all right, Donatella. They are not quite as close to the beaches as I would like, but still not too far. Only an hour or so.
Yeah.
Ooh, a beach in Calabria, gold sand and green sea. Excellent, great visual, excellent imagery.
Yeah.
Good colors. Love it.
Love it.
I have many, many memories of being on a beach in Calabria,
Yeah.
jumping off cliffs, buying ice cream.
Oh, so nice.
Mm.
So nice. I think,
Ooh.
strangely, another paradise on earth are the peaks of the Scottish Highlands.
Ooh.
When you see nothing but mountains for the stretch until you reach the horizon.
Very cool.
Beautiful.
That is
Yes.
high on my bucket list to visit the
Yeah.
Scottish
It
Highlands.
feels like you landed in heaven, truly. Although
Oof.
it's very cold.
I can deal with the cold. A few layers,
Oh,
and maybe not. I'm speaking with
no,
zero
not you. I
experience,
mean, I
but
prefer a hotter climate, but the cold
um,
isn't my favorite. Isn't my favorite temperature?
okay, okay. It's not the favorite climate. Ooh, Federica. I spring to mind the Maldives when I hear the phrase paradise on earth.
Good. I think we say the Maldives spring to mind. We
Yeah,
use the
excellent.
object before the phrase. The Maldives spring to mind. But beautiful, the Maldives do.
Yeah,
Oh,
excellent.
rum, palms, coconuts. Oh, all my favorite thing.
Excellent, Luca. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, good.
And Donatella, ooh, my paradise on earth is Tropea, the most beautiful beach that I've ever seen. Fantastic. And well
Ah,
said.
that's so
I have
nice.
not I have not been to
Oh,
Tropea yet myself.
I just remembered when I was on
Mm.
top of Mount Fuji. That was paradise.
It just happened to slip your mind.
Completely forgot. Yes.
That's fantastic.
Well, it wasn't a very idyllic situation. We climbed Mount Fuji with a very thin t-shirt and shorts. And when we
Oh,
reached the top, we were completely burnt from the sun. And then
oh
it was
goodness.
really cold and we didn't have other layers. And we also had altitude sickness. So
Oh, good.
perhaps,
A bit of good with a bit of bad with the good.
yeah, we were
All
very
right.
ill.
Everyone
Okay.
forgets about the elevation and the
Oh,
climate change due to elevation.
yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Perhaps not so idyllic. Okay.
yeah. Idyllic. What do we mean by idyllic, Neve?
Idyllic is something, well, it's a derivative from the word ideal. And an
Mm,
ideal situation, an ideal noun, is something that's good in every way.
yeah, like perfect almost.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I actually think
Absolutely.
the Amalfi Coast is renowned for being idyllic.
Mm, I
Also,
bet.
Florence.
Yeah, certainly. I mean,
Yeah.
goodness, the countryside is stunning.
Yes.
It's
Tuscan
gorgeous.
wine is pretty idyllic.
It's quite nice, I'd say.
Have you
Absolutely.
tried it
So,
much?
only a bit, a little bit. Are you referencing our last webinar? It's
Huh?
unfair. Are you referencing our last webinar
Oh,
where I
yes, yes,
spoke
yes.
about the quantities of wine that I enjoy each day? That's fine. I have no shame, people. No shame.
No shame.
Nor should you. Shall we continue, Neve? What do you
Yes,
think?
let's go.
All right. Rocking and rolling here.
Okay. What makes a place paradise? Which of these are the most important in making a destination idyllic? So, the atmosphere, experiencing a new culture, the landscape, things to do, monuments, museums, tourist attractions. Andrea?
Excellent. Ooh, this is a tricky one. I would say, because the atmosphere is more than just the climate to me, is the general spirit of the place too, right? And the people and uh, the culture, as we leak into subset two,
Mm,
there plays a large. role in that as well. But for me, I mean, the landscape. The landscape is, I think, to me, the most important part.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really enjoy sightseeing when which is terrible. I
Hmm.
I was about to tell a story, but I'm scared of being offended. I went to Berlin and did a sightseeing bus, and I used the opportunity to sleep off my hangover. For me, definitely, yeah. I think experiencing a new culture, I think
Yeah,
it's important with traveling because you
this
can
is quite
always,
nice.
I think you can be in the countryside in many different places, but the culture is something you can't experience anywhere else.
This
When
is
I
true.
think about paradise on earth, I recall my holidays in a Kenyan safari. Interesting. I slept in a tent in the middle of the savannah and then, oh my goodness, Jada, that sounds so cool.
Oh, delightful.
Wow. Would you describe that as an idyllic location?
Mm.
That's
I've
nice.
I've always wondered uh, what the noise level is like on a
Where?
safari. On a
Ah,
safari in general, in Kenya or in another place. I imagine it would be quite loud, but it's expansive. It's a huge space, so it's not as if the wildlife is right very close or on top of you. I wonder if it's surprisingly quiet
yeah,
as compared
perhaps.
compared
I
to
s-
my hometown. Hmm?
Well, I imagine so. I imagine so. Yeah.
Ooh,
Although in this moment, I imagine New York City is reasonably quiet.
I would say people have been attempting to do as they have done here in Italy and
Yeah.
go out of their windows and balconies to sing with their neighbors, and people simply yell at them to, I will not curse, but to shut the up. If you can fill
Shut
in the
the
blank,
buzz up.
shut the buzz up. Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
And to buzz off.
Yeah.
So, can, in my opinion, experience a new culture. Yes, exactly. What's the most interesting culture that you have all experienced?
Ooh,
Um,
excellent question.
yeah, Andrea?
This might sound strange, but the culture of a small town called Morrison, Missouri, in the state of Missouri was it was quite interesting because they are seventh, eighth generation Germans that settled in a small river valley in Missouri, about 1.5 hours west of St. Louis.
Ah,
And they've retained many of their traditions and foods and jobs and
are they they're like Mormons?
no, no, good, just solid Catholics and Christians out there, but they the place is similar, as similar as you can be to. Oh goodness, why am I blanking on the name of the forest, the big forest in Germany? Black Forest.
Oh
It
God, I
reminded
wish you
people of the
didn't throw that
hometown.
question to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ah,
but
so
and these
what other? That sounds. Go
it was
on.
nice. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
The forest was just very cool. It felt, it had this
Nice.
presence of just being ancient, like Mirkwood from The
Ah,
Hobbit. Uh,
that's the one.
yeah,
Okay, shall we move forward?
yeah, certainly, absolutely. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, let's
Okay,
split these because these
Andrea.
are fantastic. Yeah, useful phrases. What do the underlined words, phrases mean? We stayed in the heart of the city. It was packed and vibrant, a bustling town. The castle was vast and run down. I'd never come across a place quite like it. Off to you, Neve.
Okay. It was off the beaten track, tranquil and unspoilt. I strolled past the palm trees, lined up side by side along the beach. There was too much to take in as we drove across the breathtaking landscape. The mountains form a backdrop to the town. These phrases, if any of you work in the service industry, or if you have an Airbnb, they're quite poetic ways to advertise and describe a location. Or similarly, if you wanted to ever leave a review.
Very good point. Well done. Yeah, that's true.
Also, if you have a synonym or definition for any of these words, feel free to comment. So Lucas says the most interesting culture is North African, Middle East, because they preserve our ancient origin. Oh, that's lovely. It's very true too. Have you ever been to North Africa or the Middle East, Luca?
Good question.
Yeah. I also really, they do also protect an original culture, definitely.
Certainly. Neve, may I interrupt a moment?
Yes.
I like we have, you from the UK, me from the US. We have different pronunciations of the word tranquil.
Tranquillo.
Yeah. Well, I say tranquil. And you?
I feel like I could be mispronouncing it.
Who cares? Tranquilo sounds fantastic. I love it.
This is a word which obviously is a Latin word that we use in our language. I think perhaps a more commonly used synonym for this word is calm, which you also have this word.
Yes, we do have calm.
I've been to Turkey, Egypt, Tunisia, and Morocco. Wow. Lucas, very well traveled.
Yeah, absolutely. The group in here in general seems to be fairly well traveled. That's fantastic.
So like we say, if you have a synonym, we can you can write it down. So we stayed in the heart of the city. Andrea, what do you think that could mean?
In the heart of the city, I would say in the center, right? The core.
Yeah, Donatella in the core, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely, really good. Well done. And Luca too, fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah, way to go, gang. Ooh, U.S. spelling of center.
I think we all spell it like that. Do I not? Spelling is not my forte.
No, you retain a bit more of the French or Latin influence.
We do?
Yeah, in the UK.
I think it's so difficult because with things that are published between America and England, especially within science, you have different spellings, and most people now tend to use the American spelling for things.
Oh, interesting.
I still try to spell sulfur with the PH. I think it's important to use the unrational spelling.
We don't use, it's not with PH?
I literally about maybe 10 years ago, Americans officially changed it to an F.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I'm aging myself. It was still PH when I was in school.
I know. I'm younger than you.
Interesting. Well, that's why I said I'm aging myself. Almost 10 years. Almost 10 years younger. Anyway.
Back to English.
Yeah.
A packed and vibrant, a bustling town.
Ooh.
So these packed, I think, can be used both positively and negatively. Whereas I think vibrant and bustling, for me, is positive. So packed can be positive and negative. Andrea? Nice. Full of energy, crowd. When I think of packed, I think crowded. Crowded, busy.
Absolutely.
Vibrant, Andrea, I think positive.
Yeah, full of energy and life,
full of
vibrant,
energy, color,
right? The
which
city had
is
a vibrant nightlife, right? Or a
yeah, and
vibrant art scene.
a bustling town, positive. I think a busy town.
Yeah, full of activity.
Town full of activity. That's good. Okay, the castle was vast and run down. So vast is
Ooh.
pretty neutral.
Yeah,
A synonym
vast.
for vast,
Uh,
Joel?
expansive,
Expansive,
huge,
not expensive. Expansive,
expansive. Excellent.
wide,
Oh yeah, wide, fantastic. Yeah.
large,
Mhm.
grounds. hmm Run
And
down is for sure negative.
yeah, so we have two
Uh,
different meanings, right? When we speak about
it's
a
been
place
ruined. So good.
or a building. Oh, fantastic, Donatella.
Donatella, we're using your definition. Run down,
Right?
ruined, destroyed. No,
Maybe not quite.
not
In a
destroyed.
in a neglected state,
Neglected. Like it. That's good. Yeah.
right? Especially when it had a period of we say
Oh,
heyday, right? Its glory days. After
yeah.
being, to use more
Yeah. Like
colloquial terms,
yeah.
uh,
For I think in many big cities they have lots of rundown areas, and those are the areas which haven't been cared for, haven't been cleaned and
yeah,
revitalized for a while.
excellent. Yeah.
Okay, I'd never come across a place quite like it.
Well,
I'd
I like
never,
this phrase.
yeah. What would you say? I'd never see before.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've never seen a place quite like it, right? But this idea of come across is this, right? This idea of
Meet by
unexpected.
chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Love it.
A lovely phrasal verb is to meet by chance. I came across my friend in the supermarket yesterday.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
obviously didn't plan
Donatella,
this
never
meeting.
seen meat. Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
good. Donatella's so good.
Ah, on the
And
money, gang. On the money.
off the
Another
beaten track. So maybe first we should talk about what is the beaten track.
common route, a busy
Yeah,
avenue.
a track. So this has origins in the old days. So the track is the old road that people used, and something which is beaten is heavily used. So the
Mm.
beaten, heavily used route, road, Andrea would say route, right?
Route, depends, I suppose.
Jada, fantastic. Off the beaten track, out of most tourist attractions or out of popular zones.
Yeah, away from isolated.
Yeah, isolated.
Isolated. So my New York, those T's we turn into D's. Isolated, don't we?
Yeah.
Isolated. Just swallow those a bit. Sorry.
Okay. And spoiled. So spoiled. Maybe we could start with the opposite. Spoiled. Spoiled is like.
Oh, you were asking me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying.
Spoiled.
No. I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Spoiled is like ruined, and so the opposite, unspoiled, unruined. Would you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, I'd say
So,
untouched.
untouched. Yeah, I think for me, Florence is a little spoilt with the constant volume of tourists.
Mm.
It loses its magic sometimes when you can't get from A to B in
This is true.
an appropriate time. However, some of the Tuscan hills are completely unspoilt because no tourist travels that far.
Yeah. But then when you come across a place that is off the beaten track, you can really enjoy it for its unspoilt and tranquil air and quality. And you discover there are those pockets, those places in Florence that really give you that magical feeling.
This is true.
It's quite nice.
Uh-huh.
Next. Yeah, may I?
Yeah.
I strolled past the palm trees, lined up side by side along the beach. So strolled. Any thoughts, anyone? I do enjoy taking a good stroll.
I did.
What do you think? I always think a leisurely walk. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, a calm
you have
walk.
another.
It's like to walk without hurry, without rush. Shall I
of walking in New York City?
Leisurely walk. I like the way you said that.
Well, to stroll, to walk together. I do enjoy a stroll with someone, Donatella. I'd have to agree with your phrase there, to walk together. But you can take a stroll on your own, by yourself.
Yeah, totally.
And side by side, I think quite literally, in a row, next to each other.
Side by side. To walk together, yeah. Side by side, together.
Oh,
together
maybe that's
in a row.
Separate. Nice, Donatella. Yeah, together in a row. Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, this one's nice. Andrea?
There was too much to take in as we drove across the breathtaking landscape. Ooh, too much, right? Is that positive or negative?
Well,
when we use
usually it's negative. And I think this exaggeration is purposely done.
Yeah, right? Because it's too much. Sorry, I think you have it. This is yours, please.
No, we can, but I think the first thing we should do to take in is a phrasal verb.
This is true.
So to take in, to absorb, to appreciate,
to observe.
Yeah, to observe is good. So when there's just too much to observe, I think this is a beautiful irony that there's so many good things you don't know where to start.
That was rather poetic of you right there, Nate.
I know. We're so we've been inside.
Right? We have been inside. Paradise brings out the best in everyone, doesn't it?
It does. Andrea, do you want to go with breathtaking?
Breathtaking. Right? To take your breath away is just, it's magnificent.
Yes. I think the first time I ever went to Piazzale Michelangelo, I was, it took my breath away. It was breathtaking.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite the view. It's fantastic. Have I had a breathtaking moment like that? In the mountains in Montana, it's a place called Glacier National Park. Shows a border with Canada. And really, certainly some breathtaking views there.
Yeah. What about you guys? Have you ever been somewhere that was breathtaking?
Breathtaking. I have to say, when I visit my grandparents' home in Calabria too, each time I visit and I look out at the panorama, at the view from their home, it really It sends me back. It's rather breathtaking.
Oh,
That may have
that's
to
so
do with the
nice.
people in the culture as well, but
Yeah. Oh,
quite
that's so
nice.
true. So
Yeah.
true.
All right. And
Okay. And
so,
the mountains form a backdrop to the town. I think this one is just a background.
yeah, it's a background. But
Yeah,
what a
exactly.
background that is.
Uh-huh, exactly.
Yeah.
So good.
I
So good
have, when I was
indeed.
in Lake Como last February, I sat outside of a cafe eating pasta, and the backdrop was just the mountains and the beautiful lake
Oh,
itself. And I
so
was alone.
perfect.
It was fantastic.
What's this sound?
Amazing.
Sounds idyllic.
It was quite idyllic. There was a bite to the air, a little bit
Oh,
cold, right? A bite to the air. I
uh-huh.
jumped in the lake. The end of February, and I jumped in the lake.
Wow.
Bit too cold, but I still did it.
Um,
Hmm.
okay. So, Andrea?
Yes, reviews. It's easy to lose yourself in the narrow, winding streets of Marrakesh, and we mean that both literally and metaphorically. Smell the spices in the air. Brush up on your haggling at one of the bustling markets, then sip mint tea in the Majorelle garden. End your day lounging in the rooftop garden of your riad, watching the sunset over this timeless city.
Okay. So I think did Luca, you've been to Marrakesh maybe?
Mm,
So we've got some good vocabulary there. To brush up is maybe to remind yourself in this period. Andrea and I, we are brushing up on our Italian. You
certainly
guys
are.
are brushing up on your English. Things you
Yeah,
already know, but you should remind yourself, you should practice.
yeah, a bit of a review.
Yeah. And then
Mm.
haggling, Andrea, what's haggling?
Ooh, haggling, right? Haggling is when you it's not an argument, but you have a discussion to lower a price,
Yeah, to
right?
negotiate.
Negotiate. Oh goodness, that's the word I was looking for. English is difficult for everyone,
Oh,
right?
especially English spelling. I never mastered that.
Oh goodness.
I
Yeah.
think.
Bustling we've seen. Oh, and your day lounging.
Ooh.
Lounging. What is lounging?
I
Myes?
think lounging is relaxing while lying down, sitting down,
Mm,
lounging around the
uh,
house. We
without a
sometimes
care in the
call,
world.
yeah, the in the summer the outdoor beds, we call
Oh,
them a sun lounger because you can
mm,
lounge on it.
mm. That sounds much nicer. In the US, we simply say lounge chair.
Gosh, you do. I'm joking.
Love it. No,
So,
no. We too,
okay,
we too.
should we try the say a gap fill?
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely. We have some people joining us. Oh, the gap fill.
Oh
Is
no,
that
do we
no?
not? Maybe we don't in this one.
No, I don't. No, we were thinking our other one. Sadly,
Oh yes.
it's okay.
Okay. Read the. Oh, continue.
Yeah, we'll continue that. Okay.
Okay, so guys, you can respond to these questions too. Have you ever been to a place that has breathtaking views, is off the beaten track, is a bustling town, was unlike anything you had come across before, is run down but magical, is in the heart of the countryside or city? So I'll
Ooh.
pick one to ask you, Andrea. Have you
Okay.
ever
Very good.
been to a place that is run down but magical?
Ooh, rundown but magical. Yeah, I would have to go with this small town in Missouri, or Missouri, like they like to say, called Morrison, Missouri. Many old barns, farm buildings, windmills, uh, and they were a bit run down, but they have this fantastic rolling hillside,
Oh,
rolling hills, rivers, and these, that famous red barn color
uh-huh.
painting uh, that is just fantastic. And they had excellent peaches, so quite nice.
Ooh, bonus.
Okay, Neve, have you ever been to a place that is off the beaten track?
Yes, I recently, before this situation, went
Hmm?
to a place close to Bagni di Lucca, up in
Ah,
the mountains, and it's the most beautiful place I've seen in Italy now.
oh, that's quite
Yeah,
nice.
and when we were there, we climbed a mountain called uh, Mount Prato Fiorita. I don't know if anyone knows it. And it was lovely. I don't think there were more than 30 people in the
Oh,
area who lived there. Yeah,
oh, that's quite nice.
it's so nice, so nice.
After this, I will have to take that trip.
Yeah,
I very much
absolutely.
miss the mountains and the open air. In general, though, I live and have lived generally outside of cities, so
Uh-huh.
this is a different experience,
Yeah,
and
man.
I need a place to get out and give a good shout. If,
Uh-huh.
if anyone agrees, just let us
Breathe
know in
in the
the
fresh
comments there.
air.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, Andrea, have you ever been to a place that was unlike anything you had come across before?
Ooh, unlike anything I had come across before. That's a good question. I have taken 2 road trips around the U.S.
Uh-huh.
and on those trips they were quite. I came across many towns and cities that were I was just very surprised to see and experience in the U.S. But I'd have to say, Nashville, Tennessee was, maybe it was the time of year, but
Uh-huh.
that was unlike anything I had come across before. I mean, a
So
bit
nice.
just with the music and the amount of people and the energy and honestly the barbecue. Does anyone have you experienced barbecue food? And I don't mean simply on the grill, but good old Tennessee barbecue
I don't think I ever tried a Tennessee barbecue.
oof, it's something, it's quite nice.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. Great atmosphere too. Great people. They
Yes,
yeah,
lovely.
give me plenty of free food, a couple of beers, and they pointed
Mm,
me in the right direction for activities. It's quite nice.
nice.
All right. After my long-winded
No,
response,
that was good.
Neve, have you ever been to a place that is a bustling town? Well, not quite a city, but town.
I think I've been to a few places in the south of Italy,
Hmm.
in the province of Benevento, that I would describe
Ooh.
as a bustling town. Lots of sound, lots of people, lots of hand gesturing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Definitely,
Fantastic.
definitely there with the bustling town definition for sure.
That's excellent.
Uh-huh.
Excellent.
Um, Andrea, have
Mm,
you ever been to a place that is in the heart of the countryside or city?
yes. Yes, I have. Again, Missouri. No, although I'll switch this time to Montana. Montana was Western
That's so
Montana.
so good about America because it's like it's so big.
It's enormous.
Yeah,
It's enormous.
this is true.
Um, and Montana, it was a good, half hour, 45-minute drive to the closest supermarket.
Wow.
We had a small shop in town, but I was working on a farm with friends, so we grew most of our food.
Wow.
So you'd go in town to get a beer or two
Oh,
and bring it back. Long country, dirt roads, right?
yeah.
People, a lot of wildlife and
Mm-hmm.
mountains. The farm was called Crazy View Farm because on three different, from the south to the west and the east, there were three different mountain ranges.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd say that was quite nice.
So nice.
And have you, Neve, ever been to a place that has breathtaking views?
Yes.
I know you have. I just want to hear about it again.
I will say that in this, it has to be actually in the Midlands of England. The Midlands, the Peak Districts, the Lake District of England is beautiful. And I think something most people do when they visit England is go straight to London. Or maybe they'll go to Brighton or Oxford or Cambridge. But truly, the north of England has some of the most breathtaking views in the entire country. So check it out if you're into the nature life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's high on my list as well. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, when I go to England, I really want to see a good, like a centuries-old hedge and a meadow. Really into that. You're famous for these. Maybe
we
not
do
as
love a
famous, but
hedge.
you got a good hedge.
A hedge is a hedge. A hedge is like how would you describe a hedge? Like a trimmed bush.
Yeah.
Like that would line the perimeter of a field. So a bush, but it's used like a wall of a field, perhaps.
Right. A wall
and the
of
British countryside
trees.
is full of it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
New York State is quite like that too. People either go to the Grand Canyon or New York City.
Yeah.
But the northern
Oh my gosh! The
part of
Grand
New York is,
Canyon.
the
Grand
not the Grand Canyon. The Niagara
Breathtaking
Falls.
views.
Niagara Falls, not the Grand Canyon.
Absolutely.
Grand Canyon is not in New York. I'm so sorry. A slip of the tongue there. The Grand Canyon is not in New York. I meant Niagara Falls.
And
Niagara Falls.
after this is going to brush up on his geography.
Seriously. I mean, it's a goodness, 1,700 miles from New York City to Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Oh, anyway, it's rather beautiful and quite stunning. But
yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a bit more?
I think we do. Just describe them.
Oh, okay. So maybe we could just ask these questions one each.
Certainly.
So the question is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be, Andrea? Rural or urban? What would make it a paradise on earth? Okay.
Yeah. I want a mix. I want it to be tranquil, right, off the beaten path, but close enough to an urban setting. But it has to be mountains, trees, rivers. I don't have a specific place, but it involves those. And I think that sound, that feeling, that air, that scenery would make it paradise on earth. How about you, Neve?
My paradise on earth, I feel like living somewhere like in Tuscany, somewhere close to a city, but also in the countryside, and always close to people you love. I think that's what makes it paradise on earth too. Family and friends together.
Very nice.
And me and Andrea are actually only a few streets apart, but it's been weeks since we saw each other. Far from idyllic.
Far from it. We should give a shout after this and see if we can hear each other.
Oh, at night.
It might be a bit
okay.
rude. Yeah.
Start a song.
Yeah. Do you believe if you lived in a paradise on earth, you would automatically be happy?
I think happiness comes from within. So
boom. Fantastic answer. I'd have to
Yes.
agree.
So live wherever, but you pick your moods. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
guys,
mean, once episodes are finished.
yeah.
Sorry,
Keep
continue. You were
safe.
saying.
Keep studying.
Yeah. Be
Goodbye.
well. Hope
Be
you
well.
enjoyed yourselves. Tune in for
Bye.
the next. Bye.
Bye.